Okay, so I did say I would do something today. It's not an Arteza one. Because I don't feel too well. Because yet again, for about the 5th time in what, 2-3 months, I keep catching diseases from somewhere. I don't know if it's something we caught off holiday or what, but I feel shocking. So I'm not in the mood to do a really complex drawing. So I'm going to chill out for an hour or so, do some lettering, graffiti. Yeah, just nice and chill. Like I said, I promised I would do something today, so I'm going to do something. And I'll apologise in advance for if you hear me coughing and sniffing and stuff. Like I say, yes, again, managed to catch some nonsense from somewhere. Just make sure this is up and running. Mute you. Okay, we all up, we can see clearly. Yeah, I did think about maybe doing a scrapbook tour, but I thought, no, I'll actually draw something. I'm going to open my window as well. Oh my God, it's hot. Just noticed that. Oh, there you go. So yeah, I wanted to do some lettering practice, and I remembered I started an alphabet. It wasn't just this one. There was another one I did that I really liked. Oh, yeah. This is all the recent stuff. Like, I thought about maybe finishing this, but I thought, no, I'll concentrate on that one a bit better. But let's get in. I think what I might do is I might just, well, first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is let the zoom you in. Oh. Sorry, I should really. There you go, that's a bit better. Yeah, first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is open my drink. Today's choice is Relentless, the same as yesterday, but it's a nice watermelon beverage. The one I had yesterday didn't really taste of anything, but I've had this one before and it's really, really nice. And it's sugar-free. Most sugar-free drinks are actually better than normal sugar. Yeah, I wish I was a coffee drinker. I mean, it's too hot for coffee really, but an iced coffee or something. But I love the smell of coffee, but it's just too bitter for me. Okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of look over these letters, see if I'd change anything. I did these within an 8x8 space, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, an 8x8. I think if I'm working on an A4 piece of paper, 8x8's probably the biggest I can go. But I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna trace these in, just nice and relaxing, nothing too taxing. Might change some things at the end. I think I remember with this I wanted to keep it consistent, so only ever having 3 sections. I think for the most part, sorry, I'm just looking through it now, there's a few bits I'll probably change. I like the A, the B, the C, the D. I think there is something on the E I'm going to change. Oh, there's a lovely breeze coming in through my window. It's lovely. But, like I said, I did say I'd put something up. It's a little bit later than normal, which is fine. It's been a busy-ish day today as well, so... yeah, straight away, that's better. I remember the K taking a particularly long time. There was a letter right, yeah, the F I wasn't keen on. I don't like that being. Yeah, something like that's a bit better, I think. But then is that. I don't know, is that readable enough? Do I want it down here? Do I want it... no, I'll stick with it being like that. The G, I remember being one that was really difficult. I couldn't get the hang of that one. Like, I've not done nothing today. I had a couple of hours on Autodesk Sketchbook sort of last night and today, trying to figure out how I can translate my work over digitally. I think that is the best one. Like I said on a previous stream, that I really wanted it pixel art to be the one, but I can't kind of draw as freely using pixel art. It's got to be a bit more calculated, a bit more where you're using line tools and square tools and stuff, which is fine, but I want to sort of limit the sort of usage of that. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Oh no, it's actually 6x6. I've just used the 8x8 as a separator. So it is actually, yeah, 6x6 seems to be. I'm going for that G straight away. Much better. Yeah, that G, as soon as I saw that G, that was one of the first letters that stuck out to me as being horrible. I thought, yeah, I'm not having that. The P as well, I'm not a fan of. I'm not liking that P at all, if I'm being honest. The L, I like the R. Yeah, I'll start with the R. I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but I think it could be improved. Probably a bit better. The X needs sorting. I think what I've tried to do is I've tried to keep it to 3 sections. I mean, the E's the E uses 4, the J uses 2. I mean, the E, could I get away with moving that in somehow? I'll come back to that. The K I like. What is P? Yeah, that P is grim. I don't like this. It looks so sad because I've sloped it that way. The O was surprisingly the hardest one. It's probably better if I go up like this. And maybe, like if I start from there. Yeah, the problem is the way I'm tilting some of the shapes. Maybe if I did that. So that work more as a P. I think that probably works more as a P. The Q, there's an extra bit because the N's one of my favourites actually. It looks quite chunky, but I quite like it. The T needs a rework. That U needs a rework. Still don't like that T. I think that needs to hang out more. Like if I did. Maybe something like that. Because probably take that down a notch. Yeah, because the Q needs sorting, because it's all off the idea that they're working on 3 shapes. I'll sort this Q out. There you go, easy fix. The X. I don't mind those first 2 shapes on that side. If I can make this 1 somehow. What the hell? What have I done there? Oh, I didn't see it. I think that could possibly work. The Z is too many. I could probably merge these 2. No, it's too high. Is this gone all funky? Why has that done that? Why is the quality of that stream just dropped? No, still don't like that Z at all. I'm not a fan of that U either. I'll drop it down one like this and then maybe go like that. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. What I might do is I might just... No, I don't like that. Nope. Still can't figure this Z out. What about if I drop that? And then make the top end a bit thicker. So if I kind of went, I don't know. It's a bit better. I'll leave that for now. What was the other? X is done. W, V, U, T, S, M, G. E was the last one, wasn't it? I wanted to... if I'm following the rule of 3 shapes, don't know why I just didn't do that in the first place. Solves all everyone's problems, isn't it? Could I drop that for the K maybe? Does that make a bit more sense? And then do this. Yeah, that probably makes a bit more sense. L I quite like. Oh. I mean, the O's not... I can't really think of what else I could do with that O. I do like the N. The S, I feel, should be a bit better. Thank you for the like. I've just seen that. Thank you. Apologies for... there's a couple of people in here. Like I said at the start, apologies for if you hear sniffing and coughing and stuff. Managed to catch another flipping disease off my holidays this time. Feeling pretty weak and crappy, so I thought, and I said yesterday I'm definitely doing something today. And I thought I'm just gonna have a chilled one. I wanted to do some graffiti stuff and lettering stuff, so I thought, oh, I remember starting this alphabet. And there was a few letters that I didn't like, so I'm gonna crack on with this, and depending on how far I get, I'm gonna try and make my tag out of it. What I tend to do, because I've got 2 A's in my tag, what I tend to do if I pick it from like an alphabet like this, I'll just flip the A. I'll mirror it. But the M, the A, B, J, and the R. The R's the only one I'm not fully sold on. Everything else. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll start darkening in the letters that I'm happy with, which is the first half. So everything up to the M. This whole alphabet started from that letter M. In fact, I can show you the original drawing, which I really liked. It started from, that was another alphabet that I abandoned because I hate it. There you go, there it is. That M right there. That's what I was looking for at the start, this one. I really like it. And I like the little sort of detail outside of it, so I'm going to try and make a word from it. And I need to do something along the lines of this. In fact, it was on the very first page I did that. Right. This one. I really like that, so I'm going to maybe think of an alphabet around that as well. And it is my ambition one day to actually make a book of alphabets and things like that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I still haven't figured out how to draw my my work in digital yet. So let's get this started. Yeah, there's still a couple of letters I'm not fully happy with at the bottom, like round here. So the R, the O, the S. I'm still not happy with that Z. I've had a little play about with it, I'll come back to it. Everything up here though, I think I am happy with. That's a bit clearer. Yeah, fixed the G because it was rank. It was just, basically, there was a big block on the bottom left corner of it. It just took over the letter, and it just looked ugly. I said in a previous stream that I think I was talking to Coob, it might have been, when he and I last spoke. And one of the things I struggle with, that I've always struggled with, is like if there's a blank sheet of paper in front of me, I'll have like a million ideas and these big project things I want to do. I'm like, oh, that'll be amazing. But I never know how to get it started. I never know what to do with it, so I can never figure out how to get to the end or, you know, where to start or anything like that. But working in dot grid paper, especially, it's just helped me so much because it just helps me focus on sort of where to put my pen lines, like whether it be if I'm drawing something just with a bit more freedom, I'm not really thinking about what I'm drawing, I can still use the dots to loosely do something around. When I'm doing lettering especially, because I'm not as good as like the pros, they can just go and, obviously they've had years of practice and experience, but I like the kind of, you're forced to like think with restrictions, if you like. I just think I seem to work better that way. When I've got like if I've got a certain amount of space to work in, it just helps me focus where to put the lines. And you know, you've only got a box 5x5, you've got to fit the letter E into that, and you can only use 3 shapes. I quite like that challenge, and I think I get some decent results out of it. Yeah, we'll get this first half marked in. Yeah, I'll probably only be on for about an hour or so today because I'm not feeling well again. Just seem to be catching all sorts recently. I'm not on, like, normally the whole reason I said I was going to do the Arteza drawing today is because it's normally scheduled in for Friday. But Friday, tomorrow, is my birthday. And I'm not doing anything on my birthday apart from eating delicious hamburgers, opening presents, and watching movies with my family. If I get away for a couple of hours, I'll probably just have a play about on the sketchbook, but I won't be recording anything. No siree. Yeah, I do like the way the K. I thought the K would be one of the hardest letters. It turned out really nice. Do I like that L? I like the back end of it. I feel like I need to extend. It's too thin, actually. I like what this bit here, and the sort of platform it sits on. But I don't want the same shape there. Does that maybe look better? Just extended it out a bit more. See, when I get a big enough community, I might be able to get people in the chat to tell me, no, don't do that, it looks crap. But I want it with the block or the... What about if I do... Not sure now. I am not sure now. What if do this? Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I did like the L, but I just felt it needed a bit more fleshing out. I got asked, I've been asked a couple of times about commissions. And it's something I'll definitely look into. It's just I'm not ready for it just yet. Like, I'm still figuring out how to best, like, I've not even got any physical copies of work yet. They're due to start next week. But I just want to find my feet first and just sort of get my bearings a bit. I know I've been doing this for a year, which it is and it isn't a long time. Like, it's, you know, still a year of just drawing and all that sort of stuff, but just it's still taken quite a long time to figure out how to best organise my time. Like, something I didn't expect to work, like the Black Book that I started doing, Black Book stream, that just started out as a one-off, almost flippant idea, but all the drawings that have come from it, I've got probably the most attention, especially recently. So then I've started to think, well, I do 2 of those a week on a Monday and a Wednesday. I did a Monday live stream to kind of, because that's what I would do every Monday just to get back into it. But if I'm doing that, that's kind of filling that space, the black book. So I thought maybe I should dedicate a space specifically for graffiti and lettering, because the reason I did these 2 is because I felt like I abandoned it a little bit. Something I really still want to keep up with, but I kind of forgot about because I was too busy doing other things. So just maybe having a little play about with times and schedules and things. Right, the O. I don't know what to do with this O. I don't know how to split this into 3 shapes. Let's see. It seems too sort of, on this side it seems a bit too chunky. First thing, get rid of that. See, maybe the O, one of the things that I did with the G, like there was too much going on, like the bottom left corner, it was like a big old chunk of letter. But I'm wondering if that might work a bit better in the O. So there's my, I need to keep it within this space here. No, that's guff. I think that works better. Personally, sorted out the P, sorted out the Q. Add the R. I like doing R's, but I'm not happy with this one. This bottom bit looks a bit meh. It looks like a big foot at the bottom. I don't like it. Right. Yet again, I've failed to put the Do Not Disturb. And I've been called during a stream again. I will be back in 5 minutes because I have to ring the wife. Oh, why do I keep forgetting to do that? Right, bear with me. Well, sorry about that. That's not the first time that's happened. I suspect it will not be the last. But like an idiot, I forgot to put Do Not Disturb on my phone. The one positive is that I know, because that's happened before, when the when the song's picked up, I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to completely edit a video and blah blah blah. But YouTube very handily, if there is a song that's picked up in the background accidentally or your phone or whatever, it just says, this bit's copyrighted, would you like us to take the sound out? So all you literally have to do is press a button. It highlights exactly when the time is, so between 10 minutes 5 seconds, 10 minutes 15 seconds, whatever it is. They'll just mute it and that's it. But the song you might recognise was Huey Lewis in the News, Back in Time. Excuse me. Huey Lewis, very good of him. It says the owner of this song allows it to be used on YouTube, so I don't have to do anything with it. So props to Huey Lewis in the News. I mean, they didn't... I mean, as if they need any more props. They're awesome, but they get double props now for that. Okay, where were we? So I've just done the O, which I like. The Q, I don't like. I'm going to fix that. Yeah, all the top half, I do really like. I'm just going to thicken this up a bit there. And then I'll write my name, my tag, whatever. I thought about getting a graffiti tag, but I used Jambar because it was my name cut in half, and I used it for some college projects. And to be honest, I can't really think of what mine would be. I would want it to mean something, and I can't think of one. And the thing is, I actually really like drawing the letters Jambar. Like, I can get a really nice symmetry out of them, and I know it's a bit long, you don't really get that many 6-letter tags, but I just like the way I can manipulate those letters, so I'm not going to change it. Okay, let's see as well. So I was just checking on my chat. Yeah, I might do a surprise stream. Well, it's not really a surprise if I'm telling you about it, but I might do a stream. I'll say an unscheduled stream, shall we say, on Sunday. Because my plan was I was going to start up recording for our game channel again, but my friend who edits that channel, his computer's just died, so there's not really much point doing it. Well, I suppose I could record the footage ready to go, but I think I'd probably rather catch up on the Ateza stuff. Right, I'll do all the way up to the queue. I'll get them locked in. Okay, we're caught up. They're the letters I'm happy with. I do really like that N. I know it's like a bit thicker and a bit wider than the other letters, but I really like that. Right, the Q. Let's see if I can improve this. Excuse me. Yeah, I think the sort of whole of it is a bit too big. I do like the point. I think, do you know what? I actually think these two sections were good. I think it's this section here on the right. I think this one's a bit meh. What I might do? Oops, wrong pencil. I might lower this. A little bit better. In fact, I'm just going to change this bit slightly. Move that down like that. And go. I think that looks a little bit better. Do I still want like the gap as big as that? That was the R I was doing before, wasn't it? I don't know. Do I still want that gap as big? Let me try one more thing. I can always go back. Maybe move that around a bit. And then no, I think I prefer it the other way. Came down like this, didn't it? Yeah, so the Q I'm satisfied with. I suppose I've just noticed the P's a little bit thin. I have just noticed that. The problem is I quite like that, but the whole thing was I was trying to fill in. I'll come back to that P. I'll sort this R out first. Yeah, I don't like the R at all. It was offending me. Right. No. Straight away, I really like that. What a vast improvement. If I don't say so myself. Really how improved. That S is rank. That can get out of my face. That can get out of my face. Tip tap doodle doop tap kid. I'm not happy with that T either. Looking at it, the U's okay. I might flip the angles of that U. The W and X I'm fine with. The Y I'm fine with. That Z is still annoying me. Right, the S. I need to decide. Right, I'll make it bottom heavy. I think I probably had that idea right. Yeah, I think I know how I want to do this. better. Like straight away it's better. I like the bottom heaviness of it. Maybe if I change... Yeah, I quite like that. Is it readable enough? That T is, I mean, looking at that T is disgusting. The S I am liking, but maybe if I kind of... No, don't like that. Does that work a bit better? I do like that, but is it readable enough? Yeah, it is. I've decided right now that it is. Okay, it is. Telling you now, it is. Right, this T needs to get sorted because it's minging. Don't like it at all. Again, I think I need to go with the sort of same idea of it needs to be bottom heavy as opposed to it looking like a tree. So like if I maybe do, I don't know, like maybe have it slightly to the left and then heavy it on the right, I don't know. See how we go. Like if I do... And I won't need as big a... No, that's... no. God, the T's hard. Maybe if I have a stumpier bottom. Will that work? Like if I kind of do this. No, that won't. No, that's too short, I think. Let's try it from the other way. Does that look like a T though? So where's the points there? No. I think I'm getting somewhere. Yeah, what if I do that? If I... Yeah, that looks a bit better. It looks more like a T now because it's a bit more upright. The U, I was gonna, looks a little bit too boxy, so I was gonna move those two around. I was gonna put U straight up. I don't think I need this. I think maybe if I just do this. Maybe move that in slightly, could I? There you go, that looks a bit more like a U. Yeah, but yeah, that's a bit better. I like it. I like it, I do. I like it a lot. V, I'm happy with. W's fine. X is fine. The Y is fine. I might change the bottom bit. I might do something with this. I might go like, yeah. Something a bit like that. Yeah, that Z is still giving me the itch. I don't like it. Right, so similar to the S, I think you need to go bottom heavy. Bottom this, so I need to kind of almost do a reverse S. But not obviously quite. Like if I were to kind of go... No. Well, I don't know actually. Let's have a look. No. No, it's just not going to be as readable, is it? What if... No, there's just nothing, isn't it? I like that bottom shape. Like the whole thing is kind of like, that's what I'm going for. Well, maybe not that, that's rank. But kind of like when you see the bottom bit a little bit more heavier than the top bit. Oh, excuse me. I mean, that's hideous. So I think what I'm going to have to go for do like that bottom shape though, that's the thing. I do like this. Unless I do it like that. Move it over one and then... Where are we? There. No, I don't think I can make that work. Because I'd have to kind of go like that. And then... Because now I can go up like this. See, it's nearly, I would say it's nearly there. Ish. Can I get away with that? How does that? I mean, that looks more like a Z, but I'm not sure I like it anymore. No, that I don't like the gap there. There needs to be something down here. No, God, I can't get this Z. I can't seem to get it right. I might have to abandon that bottom shape, maybe. I might just have to kind of do it like that and then... No, because that's just right. I can't get this. Happy with everything else, but I can't get this, and then I will. I don't even know what time we're on. Half 8. I'll play until 9. I can't get this, so I'm gonna. Where shall I draw it? I'll draw it on there. I might have to abandon that bottom end unless if I flip it around perhaps and I make the big bits. So where are we? Here? Is that us? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, this bit. Unless I make the big bit here. So and then it would be unless, could I have that? So there's your middle bit. So make the middle bit the big bit. And then it's clear. So then you've got this. Maybe not have that as low, so if I drop it to there, no, so I think I still run, it's this bottom bit here, I'm still running into the same problem. I think it just needs to be flatter. Doesn't really translate as a Z there. That kind of does. I think that shape's probably going to lend itself better to it being a Z. And then maybe if I drop I don't know. It's this here. It looks like a big elephant nose, like a meh. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. I think maybe if I do, like if I went down there, perhaps did it as that. Maybe if the angle was this way round. Does that work better? Not really. I can't seem to get this. I can't seem to. What kind of line is that? What if I did this? Right, okay. Maybe if I can rework the bottom somehow. I just think it needs to come across. It needs to come across like this. And then I need to fill it in. I think I've say cracked it, but I think I've got somewhere with it. Yeah, I think I needed it to be. I think I needed to focus on kind of the diagonalness down there to make it more readable as a Z. Would that work better if it was straight up like that? Yeah, I think I'm okay with that Z actually. Or what about if I just try one more thing? Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. Right, let's get the rest filled in. Yeah, I've changed a lot. Oh, the P, that was the other thing. It's not quite wide enough, is it? Because I like that. Yeah, it needs to be out here. But can I get away with it being out there? Will it all look a bit too... Does it still work? I think that still works. Nice big fat P. Fat with a PH. I've got no idea if anyone's in here. Oh, my knee. Oh, speaking of fat. Struggling to shift my fat ass around the chair. If there are people in here, hello, welcome in. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you like this sort of thing and you haven't already, really appreciate it. I draw funky graffiti and 2D inspired, 2D gaming inspired drawings that people seem to like. Trying to get a bit of a following going on the old internet with all the social media, since that's, excuse me, the way to do it now. You could argue that looks a bit like a Q, but I don't care. It looks like an R. do I like this S? I'm just looking at it again. Do I like it? Swayze. Been here, but remoting into a PC at work, so I couldn't chat and join the stream now. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming in every day, by the way, mate. Thank you so much. I feel like absolute garbage. Me and the missus woke up this morning. She's got a stonking headache. I'm starting to get a cold. I'm like, why do I keep catching diseases from people? Because I was going to do a bigger drawing and I was like a time lapse or something, but I found knackered, and I had to sort dinner out earlier today and all that stuff. But I thought I need to do something because I said I would. It looks awesome, dude. Loving the style as it's being good. Thank you very much, UWSDWF Graffiti. Thank you so much. I absolutely love graffiti. It's probably my favourite art style in the world. I just adore it. And I'm just trying to... I don't know if you've seen any of my work before, but what I'm trying to do is merge my normal type of drawing. So I'll give you a quick taste. So this is the kind of drawings I normally do. Kind of video game inspired. Just sort of sketches and doodles and things like that. I'm trying to merge this. I'm trying to basically extract and create a graffiti style out of that. Where I'm just kind of using limited sort of space. Not that either. I've managed to put it at the bottom. There you go. And it's upside down, is it? Yeah, so all of this kind of stuff. This is the drawings I normally do. Just weird and wonderful type of drawings. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to pull a graffiti style out of that. And it's very difficult, very challenging, but I'm really having fun doing it. I'm trying to kind of get the balance between readability and abstraction and whilst keeping my style. It's very, very hard, but like I said, I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, your comments really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, always grateful when people turn up. And thank you again, Alice, for coming in. You seem to be working quite late a lot at the minute. Is it all from home? Is it all just admin stuff, Sways, or is it more creative stuff? There you go, that's a bit of a better ass. Straight away, that's better. Do I want to do that? Let's have a look at you. If I have to do this. Oh, do I like that better? I don't know. No bother, enjoy watching the work, great stuff. Thank you. Yeah, this was an alphabet I started a few months ago, and it was all because I drew an M, this one here, which I really, really liked, and I thought, right, I'm going to try and pull an alphabet out of that. And I completed the alphabet, but there were maybe 5 or 6 letters that looked absolute dogger, so I thought I need to change these. I think the P, the G was the first one that I noticed. It looked awful. The O, the P, the Q, the R, the S, the T. God, basically this sort of middle chunk of letters here. The U, the X and the U, it was mostly there, but I just need to fix it. The Z took me flipping ages to sort. That pain in the arse. The top row was good though. I made a slight adjustment to the F, but the top row was bang on. And that N as well I really liked. I'm just trying to fix this S. But I'm not sure. It looks a bit sad, that S. Bit of both tonight. Just trying to get a head start tomorrow. Hopefully finish early, working on your Christmas sweet pieces. Seeing you develop this. Cheers, man. Thank you. Well, do you remember when we did the graphic design at college? Most of it I hated. Like, I hated the whole, like, advertising especially. That made me want to commit suicide. Actually, I'm joking. I've just forgot I'm on YouTube. Do not do that. I'm only joking. I didn't really. I'm just expressing how much I didn't like that subject. Yeah, I hated it. But the one thing I really liked was, this was from school as well. Whenever we had to create letters or like logos for stuff and manipulating letters, I loved it. I really liked shifting things around, and I obviously discovered graffiti from that, and I just thought, well, this is my jam. But instead of pursuing that, I went to pursue an absolutely useless degree in video game design that did nothing for my life. So, you know, we all make silly choices, don't we? I think this ass looks a bit poo. But yeah, that was the one thing in graphic design I really liked, was the logo creation. I mean, I still remember, I've got the book somewhere, the book of briefs, if you remember that. And one of them, I don't think it was in the book of briefs actually, it was in one we had to do. We had to recreate the aisle signs in B&Q. So it was just two colours, it was red and white. And it's like, oh, how would you improve on this? It's like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, could you find anything more flipping boring for us to do? An advertising sandwich spread as well. Heinz sandwich spread, in fact, that. Ugh. I know, you're hungry? Get some sandwich spread. Yeah, sarnie spread. 100% that. I love the typo part. Also, marker rendering. Marker rendering. I don't think we did that. Did we do marker? No, we didn't. I'm sure we didn't do that. I would have remembered it because I'm sure I would have liked that. But yeah, the typography stuff was ace. I'm not happy with this. Why can't I make this S look any good? I need a can of iron brew to help my brain out. Maybe if I did it this way around. Doesn't look better with this. No, it doesn't. That looks gash. That's better. I don't know. I'm quite liking that actually. A good course would have built on the parts people were interested in. They didn't. They forced you to do lifestyle drawing. Yeah. Yeah, like that didn't make sense in graphic design. Like I think we did it in general art. Who's messaging me here? I think when I did GMVQ art. You dickhead. Putting it in the group. Yeah. It's YouTube, innit? I thought I'm going to get smashed for that, aren't I? I'll have to mute it out. What was I saying? Yeah, when you were doing like life drawing in graphic design, it's like I'm not sure I can. What am I going to do? Put a naked still life picture on a logo? I don't know how that's going to work. And Mike's slightly changed that. I also remember as well, we had to do. I still can't believe this happened. It was we had to put. I think that's probably a bit better, a bit more readable. Yeah, we had to visually. What's the word I'm looking for? Visually present a radio advert. And I thought, how'd you do that? How do I visually represent sound? Bearing in mind, what was I, 17 when we did this course? And I thought, I'm not really sure how to do that. And I got told, and it amounted to even an unge, all right? But yeah, this radio advert, I just basically drew a picture of a radio with a speech bubble coming out of it, and it was like, it got like lukewarm, I don't know, like a B or a C, whatever the equivalent is. Reese did this. He didn't do any work. He did exactly the same as mine, with a few more words, and got a much better grade than me. I was like, what are you taking the piss here, or what? I actually did, put in loads of effort to think what's the best way to do this. I mean, it wasn't the greatest piece ever, but I tried. And then someone else copied my work and got a better pissing grade for it. What's all that about? Absolute BS. But yeah, I made a yeah, Nuns, you missed it. I made a faux pas of forgetting that I'm on YouTube and that there's rules and stuff. And I expressed that I disliked a part of my college course so much that it made me want to cease to be. But when you realise you've said it and it's too late, I'm not just chatting to my mates. It's like, oh, this is on YouTube and you can't say stuff like that. And I'm there saying, no, I didn't know, don't do that. That's no, I'm just being sarcastic and being jokey, and please don't destroy my channel. I promise I didn't mean it. I'm not suggesting people do that. I'm saying it in jest. I'll be honest, it will be interesting to see if yeah, I saw him put in the group, not bad. It'll be interesting to see if that comes up when I obviously when I finish the stream, it'll sort of do the run-throughs and the checks and everything. The missus rang me whilst I was streaming, so I'll get a copyright on that from Huey Lewis and the News. But she did it before, and I thought, for God's sake, Back in Time's blaring out, so that's going to get copyright hit. But they do this really cool thing where they tell you exactly when it's happened, so like the 10 seconds from here to here, and you can just press a button and it'll mute it for you, so that's fine, because I think they understand that background noises and music in the background that you hadn't intended putting on can happen and blah blah blah. But it also said that Huey Lewis and the News actually is fine with his music being on YouTube, so there's already enough reasons to love Huey Lewis and the News, and that's another one. So that's cool, but now I've given myself another headache of, have I said something that's going to get me in trouble? But if you're here, Nuns, do us a favour and drop a like, will you? Be a buddy, be a pal. Help me kick some life into this algorithm that no one on planet Earth seems to be able to figure out. Do a thumbnail. That helps. Does it though? Does it really? I can tell you there's not going to be a thumbnail on this one. I'm telling you that now. I might have to make one. So I was saying before that I'm thinking about rearranging what I stream, because I used to do a Monday stream just to sort of warm up after the weekend, but the Black Book series that I'm doing kind of covers that. So I might do what was the Monday stream, I might dedicate that fully to practicing graffiti in this scrapbook, because I went ages without doing any graffiti stuff. And I really want to get back into it, so it's a good thing to schedule. Let's have a look here. Right, okay, so just use a picture of your thumbnail. I don't know if you're familiar with their work, but Digital Does and Kaiser Styles have similar letter structures. They might be better references for you than more traditional graffiti artists. Well, it's funny that you say that, because yes, Digital Does is someone I've been following for a while. I think he's incredible, and I'm actually ordering his book as a birthday present to myself tomorrow. But yeah, he's incredible. I think he's amazing, and I also do follow Kaiser Styles on Instagram as well. The main artists I follow are that I get my inspiration from. I'll tell you now. See if you've heard of any of these. I'm sure you will have done. But yeah, Digital Does is amazing. The first major graffiti artist that blew me away was Dime. Marco Reiser, I think is how you pronounce his name. I just couldn't get my head around that. So the main graffiti artists I follow, or that I get inspiration from, are Does, Drick the Villain. He does like chrome, like 80s colours style, like with the sort of net, like a net behind it. It looks ridiculous. I can't describe it. DRMLZ, I think their work's brilliant. The fact that they can get their work so simple but looking so good, like I struggle with people who can do that. Dupe 77, Can1 or Canon, I don't know how you pronounce it. Again, similar to DRMLZ, just simple but look amazing. Kesty, that's more traditional style. Knock, Lick, L-I-K, Medea, Modia, I don't know how you pronounce that. And Mr. Stack, sorry. There's a few others, but they're kind of the main ones at the minute. And Kaiser as well. There's a couple of others. But yeah, Digital Does is... oh. It's funny that you mentioned him. It's like, oh, can you see like some... because I didn't want to make it obvious, but he is one of the biggest inspirations for my work. His work's ridiculous. Like his collages as well. 20 years, yeah. Oh, is it Marco Reiser? That is correct, is it? I've got his book as well. In fact, I can show you it. This is one of my favourite books in the whole world. I treasure it more than I treasure my kids. Not really, but no, seriously. Yeah, this book here. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, look at it. Oh, I'm not put it on too long. I'll probably get copyright for that and all. But yeah, his book is just so good. I look at that kind of work and I just think, I've got no idea how you're able to do that. Well, I do, I just can't do it. Right, so But no, but any other artists, by the way, UW, any other artists you recommend, throw my way. I love discovering new artists and work and all that sort of stuff. Right, let's have a look at you on the screen, get a different perspective. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I'm surprised the I looks not bad. I thought that was going to be a really difficult one to do. J, K, L, M, N. I do like that N. O, yeah, the O looks better with the fat ass. The P, yeah, Q. R, really like that R now. The S I'm really liking. The T I like. The U and the V I like. I think I've actually come away okay for that Z. That was a really tricky one. That X is a bit shit, isn't it? I'm just looking at it now. It looks... That H looks a bit thin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought that looked smaller. I might widen that H as well, actually. Cracking stream tonight, pal. Gonna go shoot. Catch you later. No, thank you again for tuning in, mate. I'll know how to speak to you tomorrow or Saturday or whatever your next on card. I won't be streaming tomorrow because I'll be eating cake and burgers. But thank you for joining. Most appreciated. I'm gonna widen this H. I just noticed that. I really like this H, but I need to widen it. It's too small. That's why you always step back and have a look. Yeah, I don't mind it being a bit fat like that. I quite like it. Where's my pencil gone? Yeah, that still works, I think. Does the N, I love the N, but I'm just thinking, I'm just going to try this because that shape is massive. I'm just thinking, will it work better like this? Yeah, I think it does. Thins it a bit, but yeah, keeps it still quite wide, but I'm a little bit worried about readability, but I think that's okay. That X is gash though. I need to fix that. I'm not happy with it. Sorry, Nuns, I missed it. I didn't respond to your last one. Looking good. Just use a picture of your thumbnail. What do you mean? Normally what happens is when I end this stream, it will default it to the banner picture, I think. I think that's what happens, which I don't mind actually because it's quite a nice picture. Yeah, that X is horrid. Now that I'm looking back on it. I don't mind it being heavy on that side. It's this. In fact, actually, I'm going to do that as well. Don't mind this side. Maybe if I drop it. Will that work? No, looks way off. Ugh. No, it's too heavy on that side, maybe. That was cool to watch. I'll definitely catch another one soon. No, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I love chatting about art and graffiti as well, and it's mad how when people say, "Oh, you should check this person out," and it's like, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But any other suggestion, graffiti artist suggestions, I'm always open to and just chatting. But really appreciate you stopping by and liking the stream, all that stuff. Always appreciate it. And I'll definitely, what I'll do is, it seems to be working a bit more, is I'll put out a notice. Oh, that seems to be working quite well. I'm putting out notices on the social medias that I'm online. That seems to be working quite well. Where's the... No, I don't like that. I think it needs to be... If it's more over to this side, it needs to be one shape there, I think. So it probably needs to be this. But then does that look too much like a K? Oh, I know what I'm going to do with it. Why didn't I think of this? I'm an idiot. Why didn't I think of this before? What goofball. Instead of splitting it half straight down the middle, do it diagonally, you absolute clown. Can't believe I didn't think of that. What an idiot. Idiota! And if I have it like this... What's an absolute spanner? I don't know why I didn't think of that before. What an idiot. No, that's too small. God, I'm such a dumbass sometimes, seriously. Why didn't I think of that? No. probably a bit better. There you go. That's much better. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Trying to split it in half down the middle, it looks all kind of goofy. Okay, let's have another look. Yeah, some of the changes I've made are so much better. I can't believe I didn't see that for the X. Oh my god. H is now looking good because I've widened it, and I actually quite like the way that looks now. The C's fine, the D, I really like that D. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. I love that change to the N. I love the N already, but just slimming that side in a bit more just makes it... I'd say the weakest letter here is probably the Q. Okay. So I'm not doing anything else on my day, so I may as well try and make a... What shall I say? What time are we on? 9:15. I've been on for what, an hour? Oh, I've been on for 2 hours. I thought I was only going to be on for about an hour. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that there, because I've still got a workout to do. Well, I say a workout, I feel like garbage. I'll probably do 1 rep and then collapse. But I'm actually really happy with that. I actually managed to finish it. Yeah, I'll leave that there because I've been on 2 hours and yeah, because a name would probably take up another hour, so I'll leave it there. Right, thank you everyone to everyone who joined in, who liked. Always good seeing you. Nuns I might see you on COD in about half hour if you're jumping on. Like I said, I'm not on tomorrow. I'm not on Saturday. I may... Yeah, I might do something Sunday. See how I feel. Because I'm really enjoying coming back to these. I might either start another alphabet or make a word out of this or continue with the other thing. Excuse me. Next time I'll be on maybe Sunday. If I'm not, it's because I'm not usually on Sunday. But definitely be back Monday. In fact, because I'm shifting my schedule around a bit. Well, not my schedule, but what I'm drawing. I think the first stream on a Monday will now be... It will be this or the Black Book, but hopefully I'll try and get both of these in on the Monday. The Black Book will definitely happen Monday. I might come back to this on Monday as well. Maybe Sunday. I should really write the schedule on my channel as well so people can keep up. But glad I finished this today, though. Thanks to everyone again, and I'll catch you later.